Here's Tyreek Hill talking about the coach who's going to be responsible for cooking this up into something special.
He's probably the funniest head coach I've ever met in my life. You know, he's a dope guy, a fun guy to be around. I can tell that already, and his energy is contagious. You know, so I'm excited. You know, the way he was telling me he was going to get me the ball, that's always exciting for a receiver. But, like, my biggest thing is, like, his whole message off the field, man. Tyreek, just be you, man. He kind of sounded like Shrek a little bit. He was like, just be you, Reek. Just be you, Reek. And that's all I can ask for, man. I coach to have my back off the field. I can't share the secrets, man, but he just said, look, Reek, just gear up. It's going to be fun, all right? Because I'm going to just say this. The way that he utilized Deebo Samuel in that offense was crazy, right? Deebo Samuel is a freak athlete, right? So I'm just excited, man. That's all I'm going to say.
Now, he also mentioned getting the ball in space and taking off with it. See, I don't know that this is going to be an offense like the Chiefs where you have to defend every blade of grass behind you.
Yeah.
I think you got to worry about what's happening in front of you and whether or not you're going to have a chance to close in on the guy once he gets a quick pass, once he gets a jet sweep. I don't think we're going to see Tyreek Hill running between the tackles a lot like Deebo Samuel. It's going to be more of a blur, and he's going to hit the edge, and he's going to gain 15 yards, and he's going to run out of bounds. I don't think they want him to take the pounding that Deebo Samuel takes. I don't think that he can, even though he is compact. 5'10", and he is kind of thick and broad, and he can fly, obviously. But this opens up a new universe of things you can do underneath. So maybe Tua, Peter, will once again be the quarterback with the second fewest number of passes thrown 20 or more yards down the field because all the action is going to happen in a compressed space with the idea that Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle or Raheem Mostert or Chase Edmonds is going to get the ball and just go.
Look, I mean, you know, Deebo Samuel, by their listed weights, is 29 pounds heavier than Tyreek Hill. And Deebo Samuel got beat up this year, or got beat up in 2021 in San Francisco. And so I don't think there's any way that Mike McDaniel's can use Tyreek Hill the exact same way he used Deebo. You don't want your biggest weapon to be getting scrunched and hit all the time the way Deebo Samuel was in that offense. But Mike, I'll also remind you of something one of the coaches on the San Francisco staff told me after he got this job. You know, they said, just remember one thing about Mike. He's going to figure out a way with every player to highlight his strengths and try to take advantage of the defensive weaknesses with that particular player. And I think that's one of the reasons he gave a 215-pound wide receiver so many times. He gave him the ball so many times between the tackles. And I think you're going to see something. I don't know what it is yet, but he's going to find a way. And I think it is not just in like that jet sweep motion type of play. He will find some other way to get Tyreek the ball that we don't really know yet.
If we can play those Deebo Samuel plays again. If not, that's fine. But I noticed something as they were going through. The setup to the plays, I think, will be very similar for Tyreek Hill. We started with this screen pass. Now, Deebo Samuel gets it, and he goes inside looking for contact. Tyreek Hill's going to get that ball, and he's going to break it outside. Deebo Samuel gets the handoff. He cuts back in. No, Tyreek Hill's going to run around you to the end. There's a subtle but real difference in how Tyreek Hill is going to maneuver once he has the ball. Deebo Samuel isn't afraid, and I'm not saying it's a fear thing. He's got the size and the power to sit, cuts inside. Tyreek Hill's not going to cut it back inside unless he knows that I'm fast enough to shoot back inside and they're not going to get me. He's going to be looking to run around you, not run into you. And so as the play starts, I don't think it's that different. It's what happens once the ball's in the player's hands.
Yeah, and look, every coach is going to say to you, I'm going to take advantage of what we think the defense can handle. But I think, honestly, that's probably a very big reason why he is the coach, the head coach of an NFL team today. Because you saw last year basically the remaking of a player. And I wrote about this right after the Super Bowl when I talked to Mike McDaniel's. He made this point to me that last year in the offseason, he said to Deebo Samuel, look, if you become a leader, and it's not, he said Deebo like scrunched up his face when he heard the word leader. He goes, no, not that kind of leader. I'm talking about the Derek Jeter kind, and I'm paraphrasing because he didn't use Jeter. The Derek Jeter kind who totally leads by example. Derek Jeter doesn't make fire and brimstone speeches. That's not leadership, okay? Leadership is showing everybody, is working harder than everybody. Be out at practice first, stay late, show them that you're working at everything. And he told Deebo Samuel, if you do this, I guarantee you two things will happen. You will be first team All-Pro, and I will be a head coach in the NFL. And both things came true because very unexpectedly, Deebo Samuel joined Cooper Kupp and Davante Adams as the 3 first-team All-Pro NFL receivers. And Mike, one other thing I would say about the 3 All-Pro NFL receivers as it relates to the Green Bay trade of Davante Adams and the Kansas City trade of Tyreek Hill. The 3 receivers who made first-team All-Pro, the highest pick was number 36 overall, Deebo Samuel. Davante Adams, 53. Cooper Kupp, 69. So, read all about it. There's receivers throughout recent drafts, and I guarantee you that there are going to be second and third round receivers who are going to turn into great players in the NFL because recent history, the road is littered with them.
And one of the key ingredients is to have a great quarterback, too, who can take advantage of those skills, who can get you the football, and a good head coach who can maybe get you the football in space if the quarterback isn't going to be consistently throwing the ball down the field.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.